Hello guys, and welcome back to our channel. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to move to Layton, Utah? What do people want to know when looking to move to Layton? Is there something that you think you should know if you're looking to move to Layton?
In today's video, we'll talk about the top 5 questions asked when someone is considering moving here to Layton, Utah. Stay tuned. If this is your first time to this channel and you want to know everything about living, eating, sleeping, working, and playing in northern Utah and cities like Layton, then subscribe below and tap the bell for notifications so you can be the first to know about the current market here in northern Utah.
We are Sloane and Kim Petersen with the Petersen Group. We get calls and emails every day from people just like you looking for help on making their move here to northern Utah, and we absolutely love it. Whether you're looking to move in 9 days or 90 days, give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. All the information is in the description below, so we can help you make a smooth move to northern Utah. Let's go ahead and get into it.
So a common question we get is, what is Layton, Utah known for? The biggest thing is obviously Hill Air Force Base, but Layton is also known for a large hospital district and conference center, the Layton Hills Mall, numerous widely renowned food and retail chains, the Eastgate Business Park, and the Weber State University Davis campus, which make Layton a city leader in economic development for the surrounding areas. So the campus, the Weber Davis campus, is actually fairly new, but it is very popular.
Yeah, it's really nice too because if you already live in the Layton area, the campus actually gets really busy in Ogden, so the traffic is just horrendous. So if you can take extra classes at that Layton campus, it does make that a little bit easier.
Absolutely.
All right, so the second question that we get asked often is, what is the crime rate here in Layton, Utah? And according to neighborhoodscout.com, Layton, Utah is 25% safer than an average city of its size, with most of its crimes being reported as property crimes, things like theft, vandalism, and things like that. According to bestplaces.net, Layton's crime index is actually only 9.3, and the US average is around 22.7. So in terms of averages, Layton is scoring better than the national average. And Kim and I did live in Layton for quite a while. It's basically that normal, like typical suburbia town that you would think about. Really, I never seen really any violent type crime, anything like that. So every city has its, pockets of stuff. But Layton, if you are looking for a city, in our opinion, of course, it is a pretty safe city to raise a family in.
Yeah, and just a note there, I did grow up in Denver, Colorado, and I would say that you would oftentimes see a lot more random acts of crime in a bigger city like that. In Utah, that isn't as prevalent here, which is really great for families.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's what really attracts people to Utah is just that safer feel. I mean, like we said, we do have our fair share of, crime like any other cities, but we're not really seeing, that on a day-to-day basis, or at least not out in.
Now, this is going to be one that comes up in a lot of Utah cities, and I'm actually surprised it didn't come up in some of the other cities, but that's what percentage of Layton, Utah is Mormon. According to Dwellix.com, 74.7% of the population in Layton is Mormon. Keeping in mind, that's not out of a full 100% of the population. That's out of the percentage that claims a religion, which in Layton is 85.7%. That was still pretty staggering to me, considering we do have Hill Air Force Base.
Yeah, because you think we'd have a little bit more diversity as far as religion goes, just because the Air Force Base is bringing in people from all over the country. So now this is obviously going to vary from city to city, with the bigger cities having a little bit more diversity. Obviously, though, with Mormonism being the top religion in the state, most cities will still be a majority of LDS.
Yeah, and something that you brought up before was Layton is that suburb, and I think that's why we see a little bit higher of a population.
Yes, absolutely.
Now, question number 4 is, what is the hard water index in Layton? I thought this was a really interesting one because according to smedleyservice.com, hard water is actually a really common problem in Utah. If you don't know what hard water is, the simple definition of water hardness is the amount of dissolved calcium and magnesium in the water.
Wow!
Hard water is high in dissolved minerals, largely calcium and magnesium, and it can be really hard on your appliances if not properly maintained. And having lived in a lot of different cities, I would say that yes, Utah does have a lot of hard water.
And I have lived in Utah most of my life, and it's interesting because it does vary from city to city, so just keep that in mind. You might want to consider getting a hard water or a water softener, just because it does leave that calcium deposits on a lot of your dishwashers and things like that. So it can become problematic, like Kim's saying, and it can build up and cause corrosion type stuff in your appliances. So in Layton, the water hardness does fall between 112 and 169 milligrams per liter, which does mean that it's moderately hard water to hard water.
Okay, so question number 5, and this one actually really made me laugh, but this also feels really pertinent for today's market, and that's how many chickens can you have in Layton?
Now, the reason I think this is such a popular question is because at one time, Layton was actually a big farming community. And it has become a more commercially advanced city. There are still a lot of people that want some of those farm benefits. So to answer this, it is actually 25. That obviously comes with some variances, but that is the short answer.
25 chickens, can you imagine? And at the time of this filming, eggs are $8.50 for 18, so... I mean, I kind of want to get a few chickens.
Chickens! Let's raise chickens!
Pretty ridiculous. We need to find somewhere that allows even more than 25 chickens, right? We hope you enjoyed this video and found out a little bit more about Layton, Utah. Picking where you'll call home is an important decision, and we would love to help you make that smooth transition to cities like Layton.
If you're looking to purchase in the northern Utah area in cities like Layton, we'd love to help you out. Give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email. Until next time, we're keeping it real. Estate.